Have you ever wondered why some small growers are earning more from a tiny piece of land than traditional farmers make from massive fields? While many producers focus on corn, soybeans, or wheat, often fighting razor-thin margins, there's a completely different world of crops quietly generating serious income. I'm talking about specialty plants that high-end chefs actively search for, that wellness brands struggle to source, and that can sell for $40, $60, even $80 per pound. Some of these plants are so profitable that a quarter acre can outperform an average full-time salary. Before we jump in, take a second to subscribe and share your farming or business goal for this year in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to know what you're working toward. Let's get started. Plant number 1, ashwagandha, a rising star in the wellness industry. We'll begin with a plant that has been gaining serious momentum in the health and supplement market. Ashwagandha. Over the past few years, this herb has become one of the most talked about ingredients in the wellness space. The dried root typically sells anywhere between $25 and $60 per pound, depending on quality and sourcing. Here's what makes it interesting from a business perspective: a significant portion of the global supply still comes from India. That opens the door for growers in other regions to supply domestic markets with fresher, locally grown product. Something many supplement companies prefer due to quality control and shipping reliability. Ashwagandha is commonly used for stress support, improved energy levels, better sleep, and overall balance. Modern research is increasingly supporting its traditional use in Ayurvedic practices, which adds to its credibility in Western markets. From a farming standpoint, there's another advantage: it's a perennial plant. Once established, it can continue producing year after year, reducing the need for constant replanting. For small-scale growers, that means potentially lower long-term costs and steady production. With supplement brands, health stores, and direct-to-consumer wellness companies all seeking consistent suppliers, positioning yourself as a reliable, high-quality local source could allow you to charge premium pricing. And this is just the first plant on the list. If ashwagandha is like planting a long-term income stream, the next crop might be your ticket into two booming industries at once. Plant number 2, Gotu kola, the brain and beauty powerhouse. Let's talk about Gotu kola, scientifically known as Centella asiatica. This plant sits right at the crossroads of two rapidly expanding markets: cognitive performance and premium skin care. Dried Gotu kola typically sells between $30 and $60 per pound, depending on quality. And demand is climbing fast. Why? Because focus has become a commodity. Students want sharper concentration. Entrepreneurs want mental stamina. Older adults want to support long-term brain health. The nootropics market, products designed to enhance cognitive function, is expanding every year. But that's only half the story. The beauty industry has also embraced Gotu kola for its reputation in supporting skin repair and anti-aging formulations. High-end cosmetic brands are adding it to serums, creams, and recovery treatments. That gives growers access to two high-value buyer groups instead of just one. From a production standpoint, Gotu kola thrives in warm, humid conditions. It's a perennial, meaning once established, it continues producing. In the right environment, it can be harvested multiple times in a single season. And here's the strategic advantage: very few Western growers focus on it. Low awareness often means low competition. Sometimes the most profitable crops aren't the trendiest ones. They're the overlooked ones. Plant number 3, Sichuan pepper, a high-value culinary specialty. Now we're entering premium territory. Sichuan pepper, from species in the Xanthoxylum genus, can sell for $40 to $80 per pound when high quality and properly processed. This isn't an ordinary spice. Instead of heat like chili peppers, Sichuan pepper creates a distinctive tingling and numbing sensation that defines authentic Sichuan cuisine. There's no true substitute for its flavor profile, which makes it essential for certain dishes. And that exclusivity matters. As interest in global cuisine grows, more restaurants and adventurous home cooks are seeking authentic ingredients. Specialty spice companies are constantly searching for reliable, fresh sources, especially domestically grown options that offer better quality control. Here's something many people don't realize: Sichuan pepper trees can grow in temperate climates. You don't need to be in China to produce them. The key is understanding harvesting, drying, and processing techniques to preserve flavor and aroma. With limited domestic supply and increasing culinary demand, this is one of those niche crops that can command premium pricing. Quick question for you: have you ever tasted authentic Sichuan pepper? It's a completely different experience from typical spices. Plant number 4, Tulsi, holy basil, tradition meets modern wellness. Next up is Tulsi, also known as holy basil, scientifically classified as Ocimum sanctum, or Ocimum tenuiflorum. For centuries, Tulsi has held deep cultural and medicinal significance in Ayurvedic tradition. Today, it has transitioned into mainstream wellness culture. Dried Tulsi leaves generally sell between $20 and $45 per pound, with strong demand from tea companies, herbal product manufacturers, and supplement brands. You'll now find Tulsi in adaptogenic teas for stress support, immune support formulations, wellness blends marketed to busy professionals. From a farming perspective, Tulsi is attractive because it grows well in warm climates and can also thrive in greenhouses. It allows for multiple harvests within a single growing season, which improves yield potential. Another advantage is its broad appeal. It attracts both traditional herbal practitioners and modern wellness consumers. That crossover demand helps create a stable and expanding market. And we're only getting started. The adaptogen movement has pushed Tulsi into the spotlight. What makes it fascinating is how its spiritual heritage and commercial demand actually strengthen each other. It's a rare example of a crop that honors ancient tradition while thriving in modern markets. Now let's move to something even more powerful. Plant number 5, Morina, the fast-growing nutrition powerhouse. Morina oleifera is often called the miracle tree, and from a business perspective, that nickname makes sense. Dried Morina leaves typically sell between $20 and $40 per pound. Demand continues to grow as more consumers search for nutrient-dense, plant-based supplements. Morina leaves are rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and plant protein. Because of this, supplement brands use it in powders, capsules, smoothie blends, and herbal teas. Health-focused buyers are willing to pay premium prices for clean, reliable sources. But here's what makes Morina especially attractive for growers. It grows extremely fast, in some climates, several feet in a single season. Leaves can be harvested multiple times per year. Once established, the tree requires relatively low maintenance. This combination creates a renewable production system that can generate repeated harvests with minimal long-term input. Another important factor: much of the global supply is still imported. That opens opportunities for local producers to offer fresher, better quality alternatives while avoiding international shipping complications. For growers in suitable climates, Morina represents a crop that blends scalability, repeat harvest potential, and strong market demand. Plant number 6, Stevia, the natural sweetener opportunity. Stevia rebaudiana is riding a powerful shift in consumer behavior. More people are reducing refined sugar intake and avoiding artificial sweeteners. They want natural alternatives. Dried stevia leaves generally sell for $20 to $40 per pound, depending on quality. What makes stevia unique is its sweetness intensity. It can be 200 to 300 times sweeter than sugar, yet contains virtually no calories. That makes it appealing to diabetics, weight-conscious consumers, and anyone seeking healthier options. Large beverage and food corporations dominate the highly processed stevia extract market. However, there is a different and often overlooked segment. Whole dried leaves for tea. Fresh leaves for home use. Small batch natural food producers. This niche allows smaller growers to avoid direct competition with industrial manufacturers. Stevia grows as a tender perennial in warm regions or as an annual in cooler climates. The production process is straightforward. Harvest the leaves, dry them properly, and package for sale. With growing awareness around metabolic health and natural ingredients, stevia continues to hold strong long-term potential. Plant number 7, purslane, the overlooked edible weed. Now here's something surprising. Purslane, Portulaca oleracea, is often treated as a garden nuisance. Many people pull it out and discard it without realizing its value. Yet high-quality purslane can sell for $15 to $30 per pound in certain markets. Nutritionally, it stands out. Purslane contains notable levels of omega-3 fatty acids, along with vitamins and minerals. Its crisp texture and slightly lemony flavor have made it popular in upscale restaurants and among health-focused consumers. From a cultivation standpoint, it's incredibly resilient. It grows aggressively, tolerates tough conditions, and requires minimal maintenance. In other words, something many gardeners consider a problem plant can actually become a profitable specialty green, especially when marketed to chefs or sold at farmers markets. Sometimes the biggest opportunities aren't exotic imports or rare species. They're already growing at your feet. Purslane's impressive nutritional profile helps justify its premium pricing. As more consumers prioritize nutrient-dense foods, demand continues to expand. It fits naturally into farm-to-table menus and aligns well with Mediterranean-style eating trends. For many growers, it completely changes perspective. A plant once considered a nuisance can become a specialty product when positioned correctly. Now let's move into something even more unique. Plant number 8, Yupon holly, North America's native caffeine plant. This one stands out for a very specific reason. Yupon holly, Ilex vomitoria, is the only plant native to North America that naturally contains caffeine. Properly dried leaves can sell between $30 and $70 per pound, depending on quality and processing. Despite its unusual Latin name, Yupon produces a smooth, earthy tea that many people find gentler than coffee. Some consumers report fewer jitters compared to traditional caffeinated beverages. It grows naturally across parts of the southeastern United States, yet large-scale commercial cultivation is still limited. That means the market is relatively young, and early growers may find opportunities before competition increases. Here's why the timing matters. Consumer interest in alternatives to coffee is rising. Buyers are seeking locally grown and sustainable products. There is growing enthusiasm for regionally distinctive foods and beverages. Yupon checks all of those boxes. It's a perennial shrub, meaning once established, it can continue producing for years. Leaves can be harvested multiple times annually with proper management. Growers can market it as a premium, locally sourced caffeinated tea rather than relying on imported tea leaves. For the right region, it represents a niche crop with a compelling story and increasing demand. Plant number 9, lemon balm, a high-demand wellness herb. Lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, is another herb benefiting from modern wellness trends. Dried lemon balm typically sells for $20 to $40 per pound. It's widely used in teas, tinctures, capsules, and aromatherapy blends focused on relaxation and sleep support. One reason for its steady demand is that it appeals to multiple audiences. Traditional herbal enthusiasts, tea companies, supplement manufacturers, wellness-focused consumers. Research has explored its potential role in supporting calmness and sleep, which strengthens its market credibility. From a growing perspective, lemon balm is extremely approachable. It establishes easily, spreads vigorously, and can be cultivated in gardens, greenhouses, or larger plots. Multiple harvests per season are possible under good conditions. With increasing levels of stress in modern lifestyles, demand for gentle, plant-based wellness options continues to rise. Lemon balm fits neatly into that category without competing directly with pharmaceutical solutions. Sometimes the most profitable crops aren't rare or exotic. They're reliable plants with strong demand and simple cultivation requirements. Plant number 10, Calendula, a natural skincare favorite. Calendula, Calendula officinalis, has quietly become one of the most valued flowers in the natural beauty industry. Dried calendula petals typically sell between $20 and $50 per pound, depending on quality and color retention. These bright orange and yellow blossoms are widely used in creams and salves, herbal oils, soaps, lip balms, small-batch skincare products. Modern research has explored calendula's skin-supportive properties, which is one reason clean beauty brands rely on it so heavily. From a production standpoint, calendula is approachable. It grows easily, produces abundant flowers, and can be harvested repeatedly throughout the season. Proper drying is key to preserving color and potency, which directly affects pricing. Growers have flexibility here. Sell dried petals wholesale. Supply small cosmetic makers. Create value-added products. The clean beauty movement continues to expand, and natural, recognizable ingredients are in high demand. Flowers may not be traditional commodity crops, but the skincare market isn't thinking in agricultural terms. It's thinking in branding, performance, and consumer trust. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.